Silence, wench. I no longer wish to be horny. I just want to be happy. NANI? Did I tell you when I accidentally put my balls on top of my friend's hand when I was at work with him? That was a huge weird champ. The countertop, listen chat, the countertop was the exact height of where my balls were, and his hand was on the counter, and before I knew it, my balls were on top of his hand. It was, I don't know how it happened. It happened. I don't know why my balls were anywhere near the countertop, okay? My balls weren't out. They were still in my pants, okay? They were still in my pants. But countertops that are like at crotch height are very dangerous. That's the lesson to be learned from this story, chat. You don't want to accidentally put your balls in somebody's hands. It's a test of friendship. Can your friendship survive having your balls in your friend's hand? Think about it, chat. Think about it. That's when you know that you've bonded with your friend. Did I tell you about the weird man who came out of nowhere in the mountains while we were at the hot springs? This was like a hike to a hot springs, right? So you have to like hike up this hill, like this mountainside, and at the very, like, kind of close to like top-ish area, there's like these hot springs. A group of my friends and I hiked up there, and we were all just chilling, having a good time at the hot springs, where this like random guy shows up by himself, right? And he gets naked and like kind of sits off to the corner. Whatever, that's one thing. And he like, we were just all hanging out there. There was probably like 8 of us, like a group of my friends. And this dude decides to like start like touching his fucking dick, dude. But like he wasn't like jerking it or anything, but he kept touching it. It was super fucking weird, man. And we were all just like sitting there and we were like, huh? We were all just like looking at each other because we were confused that this guy was doing this. We were just still hanging out in there, and then all of a sudden he just like got up and left, and it was so strange. We're like, okay, that was weird. He shows up by himself, does that, then just like scampers off into the fucking forest. Like, okay, dude. Thanks for flopping your dick around for us to view. That's fine. He finished his business. He's like, mission complete. Flopped my dick around a bunch of fucking 20-something-year-olds. Really cool. I saved this picture on my phone. I saved it for like the most ridiculous reason. So it was late at night and I'm like starting to be concerned about myself. And the reason I'm concerned about myself is like, this was like a video about like honey chicken or something. And I am like so far gone right now that I like had to pause the video and look at the fucking words on screen because I swear to God, it said horny chicken on it. And I was like, all right, I think this is getting bad. It's like, what is becoming of me right now? Silence, wench. I no longer wish to be horny. I just want to be happy. It was just a fucking video about some Korean honey chicken or whatever. But no. Or like honey, yeah, honey, not horny chicken. I don't even know what horny chicken would be. I mean, like, sometimes when the chicken's good enough, I'm horned up afterwards. Chad, I was like thinking about this yesterday, but I was like reminiscing and like feeling nostalgic about like playing music in high school, like being in like a high school band, very poggers, right? And there was actually this one like charity like battle of the bands that we participated in. It was called it was like put on by like the YMCA or some shit, and we played at this like outdoor band shell that was like by a zoo. I've talked about this before, I was in like a thrash punk band, so it was very loud, it was very screamy, it was very aggressive, it was just a lot going on. Okay, we were actually informed mid-set that we needed to turn down our instruments, right? You wanna know why we had to turn down our instruments, chap? Apparently, the zoo was complaining that our music was upsetting the zoo animals. And like on our judge card, one of the judges said it was pretty awesome that we upset this. Like, it's not quite awesome that we upset animals, but it's still like really like describes our music, I guess, if like it was loud and obnoxious enough to upset zoo animals. Well, it's like this really cool historic band shell. It just happens to be by a zoo. That's the only thing. And I don't think like it's very common. I don't think that they've, like, the YMCA hosted a battle of the bands that had a thrash punk band, because like we knew the right people. They invited us to perform, and then they realized their mistake.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.